Right, so fifth time the charm in this episode, which is the final episode of the Conqueror 00708 retro database by the mad scientist. I've tried recording this multiple times. Last time I recorded it, I hadn't even clicked record, which rarely happens, but for some reason it happened on the fourth recording I tried to do this. Because obviously it's going to be made by problems. It's almost like the software doesn't want me to quit this series, but because we've stayed too long with albacete, I just can't continue with the save. If you have any ideas on how to continue, by all means say so, but I'm now fully focused on doing like a 60-year journeyman in both the 86-87 retro database and the 94-95 retro database by the mad scientist as well. So yeah, we're on the final episode. Last season we just finished 6th and actually qualified for the Champions League because we ended up winning the Copa del Rey, which was brilliant. But if we go down one here, we ended up winning the UEFA Cup as well. So pretty cool there. Now we've been given £20 million to spend this transfer window. And I forgot to mention last episode, but we did move into our new stadium. And we've called it the Estadio Andres Iniesta. Now it was originally called Andres Iniesta Park, which I just think is so anglicised by for it to be in Spain. So I took a English to Spanish translator and it said Andres Iniesta Stadium was Estadio Andres Iniesta, so I just called it that. And I had to do it through the in-game editor because literally no other way of doing it, in my personal opinion. I don't like doing it in the way that you edit the files in the game and then wherever you play another game, that file is always called the same stadium. So it could be Estadio Andres Iniesta in somewhere like Thailand, which I just don't like. So instead, what I do is I do it in the in-game editor, so it doesn't really affect the ID thing. Unless I'm completely wrong and it does affect it, but then from my experience it never has. But yeah, we're moving into this stadium, 30,000 stadium. Could go up to 44,000. I think we already expanded it already. Maybe, but I've got some of the best facilities in the world now, in all honesty. But £20 million to spend, what can we do with it? Let's find out. Well, we didn't actually sign that many players, in all honesty. Here we go to the end of the season, the people that left. Minimus Spasic, she was our third choice goalkeeper, was ended up going on through transfer to OFK Beograd, who I think are Serbian. Yep, they are. So he's gone to them. And we also sold Diego Diaz to Livorno. He was a bit of a failure, but okay. Then people that signed before the new start of the new season, we ended up signing Harry Kane. Yeah, because of us selling last season Hernando for 50 million, we ended up playing Savanera as striker, and he's normally our AMC. And to be honest, it did a fantastic job, got loads of goals, it got us up the league and won us all these trophies. But Harry Kane is that striker, and I know when he joined he was 2.5 star, but now 3.5 star, so he's improved a lot, or the ratings were just not favourable for him when he did join. But he has joined as our main choice striker, and Emiliano Martinez has joined us as an option at goalkeeper, the backup goalkeeper. Not replacing Spasic, but he's the second choice. So Emiliano Martinez of Formula Rich will be the third choice. Then we also sold Ahmed Fateh. We ended up signing Maximiliano Oliva, and he was a EU slot. So Ahmed Fateh was no longer needed because we had too many non-EU players. So yeah, we've sold him after one brilliant season to Fenerbahce for 1.8 million. I reckon that's a good deal. Also loaned some more players out. Angel, who was our captain, fantastic. He's been sold. We just didn't need him anymore. We also loaned out a few more players. We also signed Hector Bellerin, coming in as our right back, because we need a better right back. And yeah, he could get really good, and hopefully he does. But the signing schedule so far, we've done quite well. We've only lost one game, which was against Recreatio out of all teams. We did get a draw with Betis and Real Sociedad, which are two really good sides. We ended up beating Juve, ended up beating Celta and Gymnastic. We ended up getting another trophy, even though it's not really mattering now, but we need to go in the European South American Club Challenge Cup, and we also got the UEFA Super Cup by beating Juventus. So we beat Corinthians 4-1, Juve would be 3-2 in extra time, so not that bad there. And so far we are undefeated in our Champions League phase, currently seen as 10th. In the league though, we're currently 6th, so not that bad. Schedule has gone a bit down. We lost some games, well, to be honest, the games we expected to be losing to Real Madrid, Barcelona, Valencia and Zaragoza. But we've won all the other games and drawn one against Sevilla. But yeah, it's not gone too bad. We've qualified at least in the playoffs with Albacete, but it could get as high as qualifying to the round after that as well, by being in the top 8. We have dropped down to 7th though, 30th points in 17 games, same points as Sevilla, but I don't know why they're higher than us. We drew with them, didn't we? Maybe because they got an away goal? I'm not sure. Or because they've got a better goal difference, I assume. Well, Madrid are currently top. Yeah, we ended up, the team we lost to the first game, first time this season was Recreativo, though, in the bottom half and near relegation, so not good for them. Better for us, though. Overall, we've only got £1 million to spend in the transfer budget. Unless a big player is sold, I don't think there'll be many transfers coming this transfer window. Also, I forgot to mention last episode, I kind of skipped it because in the editing, the little bit of the file at that moment, my microphone either cut out or went all weird. But we did end up joining Japan, but it was only for one game, which we did win. As you can see, we were in charge for them for 106 games, but we only played one game. And the whole idea was that I would do it to try and get the AFC Cup, to take that off, but it was just too much admin with picking the side every single time in La Liga with Albacete, and also picking the side and choosing which players were in form for Japan. So I decided to do that when we're out of a job at club form, even though it doesn't matter now. But yeah, basically we were Japan manager for one game, which was a win. I've completely forgot to mention it. Well, I didn't completely forget. I mentioned it last episode, but there was a glitch in my microphone, so I just had to cut it. Transfers. We ended up spending quite a bit with money by getting the wage budget going to the transfer budget, which was quite good. In the end, in January, we only sold one player, which was Crespo. He was just not used anymore, and his contract was running out next season, and I didn't want him for next season, so the Sociedad paid £1 million for him, which is good, so he's gone to them. And then with the money we had, with that, so we got that to 2 million, and then we also had the wage budget money that we could add. We ended up getting 3 18-year-olds, so Anthony Morales, who's now 19, but he's a right back and centre back, who's an American-Danish player from Copenhagen. 3.3 million, I don't think that's that bad a deal. May have overpaid slightly, but he's going to be a really good player in the future, I would hope. Jason Botticciotto, I don't know. He comes in from Mordex Italiano, 425k, 18 years old. He's always got a cap for Chile, I think. Yeah, one cap already at 18. He's gonna get really, really good, and I know I think he's a face in the game, so he always will get good. At least that tends to be the thing facing the games. So he could get really good, and yeah, hopefully he'll be the backup to Harry Kane. And if Harry Kane ever gets sold because he's having a brilliant season and his release fees met, Barty Chato will take over from him. We also brought in Jean Mario, who is a real player, new gen, with the real life people thing that Mr. Teeny did. He's a right back, could play centre back as well, which we have trained him to be. And yeah, hopefully he can get good at really cheap from 1.5 million. I reckon he could get him 20, 30 million, 40 million down the line if he plays and we do well with them. Results though have gone averagely. We ended up getting all the way to the Copa del Rey semi-final. We've just recently drawn against Athletic Madrid. However, we have lost. No, we haven't. We've gone through. Getting mixed up there. I saw the loss and thought, oh, we lost Ajax, but no, we ended up beating them 4-1 after losing 2-1 away from home in the first leg. So now we have to play AC Milan. But currently we are still 7th, 42 points. I want a bit of a more of a charge later in the season, but I don't know if it will happen because we've been so focused on cup competitions, continental competitions, that we just haven't been able to focus on the league as much. I don't think we're going to win the Champions League in all honesty, but we want to get Champions League for next season so we can actually try and win it. And if that's the case, but then the series may continue, I'm not sure. But yeah, we've got to get higher than that. So see how we go. And the results certainly did turn around, but not before we lost 2-1 and 3-1 against AC Milan in the Champions League round of 16. And we also lost 2-0 away from home in the semi-final second leg against Atletico Madrid in the Copa del Rey. But in the league, we won every single game since I lost to Osasuna. And we did draw against Racing Santander in one game towards the end of the season, but we finished third. Our highest ever finish in Albacete's history. Third place, 82 points. Only 2 points in the end behind Barcelona, but quite ahead of Valencia and quite behind Real Madrid. But yeah, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And we've also, if you think we've been successful, well, we've won 2 trophies, even though they're practically friendly trophies in the European South American Club Challenge and UEFA Super Cup, but we've still won them, so it's good. And yeah, next season hopefully we can expand our team and do even better. We've been given £24 million. Again, the board aren't backing us as much as I think they should. We had a good, successful campaign considering we were expected to be competitive, out of the very least. They wanted us to be competitive in the Champions League, and we ended up getting, what, round of 16, finishing in the top 8. Yeah, I want 40 million realistically, but then that'll be over the overall balance. But if we sell a couple of players, we maybe get that 40 million. But then I don't want to sell players for the sake of making us able to get better players in, because we'll have to just replace them and we've got good players, so I don't know. We'll see how it goes in the transfer window for next season and the final season with Albacete. So, transfers. We're in the 10th of September, and if we go to the sold players, we had a few. We got the money back from selling players that I didn't want to sell, but in the end, it was good that we sold them because I think we got better players in, and we also had younger players in. So yeah, previously he could do the job. So in the end, Hector Bellerin had one good season with us, and was then sold to Stade de Reims. This being the Stade de Reims, who have a tycoon takeover, and are expected to finish second in Ligue 1, but so far they've messed up every single time. Closest they got to was last season with 4th, but they've had a takeover for a few years now, and they've messed it up every single time. So yeah, he wanted to go there, and yeah, I couldn't say no for the amount of money we got for him. Considering last season, well, we paid 8.25 million, and now it's 14 million if he plays one game, and 12 million overall. So I think we haven't, got good money, and the thing is, Morales can play there, so he'll be our new right back, even though he's not as good as Hector Bellerin, he can still do a good job. And we also ended up signing Benjamin Andre, who was leaving at the end of the season anyway, or next season, because I wasn't going to renew his contract. But 6.5 million and 7.5, I reckon that's good. We also sold Miguel, who he's been an unsung hero really. He was in our first ever youth prospecting in the first season. I decided to add him into the main team, in 2028-29. He was then ended up loaned to Wesker that same year. But then he was in the first team for the next 4 seasons, and it slowly played less and less as we got better. And Atlanta was happy to pay 1.2 million, which I wanted about 3-4 million for him, but he wasn't worth that much, so we just sold him. He was leaving at the end of the season anyway, because he didn't have enough an extension to his contract. I wasn't going to extend it because we didn't really have enough room for him in the squad. But in the end, we ended up bringing in Declan Rice as his replacement. Yep. And he started off quite well. And we've also put in Frederick Duplus, who is our new left back, centre back. And he can also play right back as well. He'll be back up. And we also ended up selling Diego Llorente for less than what we bought him in for, even with him playing whatever amount of games for Athletic Madrid to get to that amount. He was a bit of a waste of money, and he was always unhappy for the past year and a half for reasons of wanting to join another club or not playing enough or whatever. And so yeah, we just decided to say, yeah, he was a failure, let's get rid of him. We also loaned out people like Nenad Marinkovic. He's just not needed anymore. He's still a good player, but yeah, compared to other players in the squad, we needed all the players that could play better than him. So yeah, he's gone. He's only on loan. It was an optional extension to leave of 7.25 million. I doubt they'll ever reach that because he's now worth 6.2. I doubt they'll ever hit it. So he will never be leaving until the end of next season, which by then the series will have ended. And we've also loaned out a few more players, and we also brought in this guy, Anin Secic, who is our new right back, to give Thomas More run for his money, even though, in all honesty, he has a horrible personality in temperamental. So he's probably never going to reach that 5-star PA, but if he does, we will be happy. But so far, we have had a horrible start to the season, though then again we have lost to Real Madrid, so... But drawing against Zaragoza, I think we need to be beating them now. Celta we need to win, Sevilla we did win, which was good, and Tenerife we also won. But does see us all the way down to 7th. We're expecting to finish 26th in the year for Champions League, if that is how it goes. So it shows you last season we overperformed, because this season we've improved again. But yeah, teams got to do better. I realised I've got to show you how good the players were last season, but oh wow. Yeah, we'll have to see how it goes for this season. We've actually simmed all the way to the end of the January transfer window. So just a quick look at what we have done. In the end, we ended up getting Emiliano Martinez leaving. He was unhappy, he wanted to leave at the start of the season. And in the end, we're like, fine, you can leave. And yeah, we got a bit of a profit, 1.6 million, even though he could have been our backup for a long time, but yeah, he's just not brilliant. And Nicolo Donazan, who was been with us a few years now, in all honesty, 4 years, 3.5. And the past few seasons he's played a lot of games. This season we had better players, and he'd really fallen off because of his age. Bromby have paid 700k for him, which I think is a good offer, and it could rise to 750. So yeah, he's gone. And then people that have signed, Walter Benitez joins us as our second choice goalkeeper, who is actually could be our first choice in all honesty. He's that good. Aid Ardian Ismaili comes in, and I think he's a bit of a failure of a signing. The scouts rated him as 2.5 star, it was deadline day. Donaldson had just left, and I think we needed a centre back or left back. Both, you could play both. I looked around, even in not even natural, but like competent, at least one of those positions, and there was the best player was literally him. That was affordable, and so we signed him. I think he's a bit of a failure. I think he'll be sold in the end. If we do a quick sim of years in the future, I'm not sure, but yeah, he's one of those, and I think he's going to be a bit of a failure. But, and this is a big but, how are we doing in the league? Well, we have been undefeated for ages. Only losing, well, we were undefeated from when we lost to Real Madrid all the way to losing to Sevilla. We're in the Copa del Rey semi-final. We're just beating Real Madrid 5-0 at home. We're in the Champions League round 16 because we finished 5th, and we're currently top of the league of La Liga. So yeah, brilliant. Hopefully that can continue. Hopefully we can do good in the Champions League and win the Copa del Rey, and then we can just continue to say like nothing's ever happened. But yeah, hopefully we can do good. So it went a bit worse. We ended up losing in the round of 16 to Inter Milan after a 3-1 away loss. I mean, we did win at home 1-0, but yeah. We ended up winning the Copa del Rey final 3-1 against Sevilla. We've lost a few times in the league, but it didn't matter. We won the league. We're champions of Spain, taking Real Madrid off their perch. They're actually finished 3rd. Barcelona finished 2nd, and we're 5 points ahead of both of them. Miles ahead of 4th place Deportivo, who had a brilliant season. But yeah, how good is that? That is brilliant. Champions of Spain, both domestically and in the cup. Well, champions of Spain, both in the league and the cup. I don't mean domestically. We basically are champions of Spain entirely domestically, if you can that. The other thing we didn't win was the Super Cup, but then we weren't in that, so we couldn't have won it. But we did win it at one point, I think. I'm not sure, I forgot. It's been so long. But yeah, champions. If we go to the team, most played players in the end was Begovic, then it was Jorginho, Akanji, Olivia, Harry Kane, Savani did well. We get amount of games. Harry Kane got 62 goals in 45 appearances? No, 55 appearances. 39 from the start. Yeah, he's just something else. He's not even got his England cap yet, which I don't understand why, but then I think it's because our reputation's not brilliant, or his reputation's not brilliant, or the combination of both. Savani got 16 goals, Jeffrey got 12, Kovac did well on out lane to, Partizan or whatever. Yeah. Declan Rice got 7, he was really good. He only tailed off towards the end of the season, but at the start of the season he was brilliant. Thomas Moore got 7, Botu Chato got 6, and Sekic got 6, so did Josame. Assist wise, Jeffrey was top again with 19. He always gets like 19 to 20 assists a season, which is brilliant. Sekic got 13, Savani got 13, Moore got 11, Lever got 11 from left back, Declan Rice got 8, Harry Kane got 6, Chris Cowan got 6, and Debeliev and Josame and Flores all got 5. Jared Flores also got 5 goals. And clean sheets wise, we had everyone in that team who was goalkeeper play. Benitez played 5 games, didn't get a clean sheet. Formulowicz played 4 and got 1. While Begovic got 47 appearances and got 24 clean sheets. And then overall ratings, Harry Kane was top, obviously getting even close to the 8s, which is crazy. Begovic got 2nd highest. There was 7 in, there was Moore, Jeffren, Sekic, and Josame, and Olivia. So yeah, we've just blown it out of the water really. I don't think I will be continuing to save it out, even though you could say all we have to win in Spain is the Champions League, and even then we can win that with another team. So yeah, we've done brilliantly. We've won literally everything there is to win in Spain. If you think about it, if we go into the club info, we won the Spanish First Division, we won the UEFA Cup and UEFA Super Cup, we won the Copa del Rey, we won the Liga BBVA, we won the Super Copa, and the European South American Cup Challenge. So we've done the overseas trophy for continental appearances. We've done the Super Cup for Europe. We've done the UEFA Cup for Europe, and then we've completed the entirety of Spain, including getting the second tier 1 as well. But look at this rise: 23-24, we finished 18, just about getting surviving relegation on the final day. 17th, also final day saviour out of relegation on the final day on the second season. Third season got mid-table. Fourth season we ended up finishing in promotion playoffs, but didn't win, lost in the final to a better side. Then we got that long 20-goal season striking Cameron Jones, which won his promotion. The season after, season 6, we ended up overachieving in all regard and finishing 8th. Season 9 and season 10, it was like, okay, mid-table, but we were still expected to be in relegation. That was 13th and 12th. Season after that, it was 6th, which was crazy because we've improved and we overachieved and all that. And we managed to improve the squad because of that European position. 6th place next season, of course, winning the Champions and UEFA Cup to get into the Champions League. Season after that, season last time, it was 3rd, and in this season, it was 1st. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. It has took 12 seasons to win everything there is to win in Spain. So who knows how long all the other episodes will get if we really continue this. But that is enough of this episode. So if you have enjoyed me for this journey, thank you very much. If you want to support the channel, you can by liking the video, subscribing to the channel as well. If you are new and you've been watching this and yet to subscribe because it don't cost you anything. Hit the bell as well for push notifications if you feel inclined to do so. But we've not got long now, hopefully, until FM26 is actually released. Whether that'll be September, October or November for the beta. With beta, I'll probably be doing a rebuild, but it'll be one season, an episode thing with Derby County, which we always do. Since I first started doing FM content in FM 20 or FM 21, that's so long I forgot. But we'll also probably be doing the Chelsea rebuild because we did tactical masterclass in FM 24 where we got them relegated. So with really bad tactics, so I want to make amends of that by playing as Chelsea. So we'll probably do a 5-season rebuild of that with a season each episode. So if you're looking forward to that, like the video, subscribe to the channel as well. Check out all my socials down in the description below. I have Blue Sky, I have X, even though I'm not really on it. I'm not really on Blue Sky either, to be fair. I think I have Instagram down there in the description below. And I have a few other things like Twitch, which I'll try and get into streaming one day. It just depends on getting the courage to face a live audience. But then it will also be streamed on YouTube, so there's really no need to follow me on Twitch in all honesty. But yeah, I've been Matthew, also Summer Hacks. I've talked on way long enough. Yeah, I've been Matthew, also Summer Hacks. I'll say that again. But I'll see you all next time. Hex, signing out. Bye everybody.